So hello everyone! Today I'm here with a book haul, my first book haul of all. Sorry, there was like a... Sorry. So I know that I didn't change the background, and it is because I'm sitting on my bed and I found out that it is really comfortable. So I'm going to stay here to make my videos. So let's do this. How many books do I have to show you today? 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, I have 29 books to show you. I don't know if I'm gonna make a synopsis for each of them. So for this book haul, this won't be always like that, I promise. Because I really have a lot of books to go on. Mainly because I borrowed a lot from my friends. So this book haul will be separated into 2 parts. First part will be the books that I have borrowed from the library or a friend's house, or I'm sorry, or anything. Oh, if you haven't seen it yet, I am sick. I really don't like that feeling, but we're gonna pass it over. And the second part will be for the books that I've bought. So let's get started. First of all, I'm gonna show you... Don't fall. Sit there. I'm gonna show you the first 2 books that I've borrowed from the library. So here I have Acid from Emma Pass, borrowed, and this looks really interesting. I haven't picked it up yet, but it looks really interesting. I'm really looking forward to reading this. And the second next that I have, I'm currently reading this. It is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. R.J. Palacio. Yes, sorry. So this book, I am a bit further than halfway through it. I don't know why it is taking me so long to read this book. I've started this book in late October, I think. I don't know why it is taking me so long, but with school, it is just so long, guys. You have no idea how school is taking over everything. And in my classes, we don't really read, so I can just read when I'm in French, English sometime. I cannot read a lot, so that's really boring. So that was all for the 2 books that I've borrowed from the library. A few weeks ago, I went over my friend's house and I saw a beautiful bookshelf and I was like, oh my goodness, I need your books. And she was like, oh yeah, sure, take the ones you want, I've read them all anyway. So I was like, oh my goodness, this is so freaking amazing. So first of all, I just pick one out because there are like too many. So the book I have here is Pretty Little Liars from Sarah Shepard. And this one, I wasn't quite looking for this book because I'm currently watching the series and I've heard that is not at all like the series. If you've watched the series, it seems that in the books, Toby dies in the second book. And we know that Toby, after the 4th season, he's still there, so... Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I have Pretty Little Liars, Flawless, Perfect, and Unbelievable. Well, I didn't borrow them because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna have place in my shelves. But she also has Wicked, Killer, Heartless, and Wanted. And I will borrow them to her when I finish this first 4. Okay, now I have 4. A Divergent collection from the Divergent series. Did I say Divergent twice? Anyway, I just love that cover so much. Look at that. This is so beautiful. Oh my god. This is so beautiful. Okay. I might put this down. It's gonna be great. Okay, next we have City of Ashes from Cassandra Clare. Sorry, I forgotten for a minute. This is the sequel from the City of Bones. I borrowed the first one from my same friend, and I believe she has all the series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there are 7 books. Maybe she doesn't have all the series, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this book. Next, we have the Hunger Games series. Well, the first 2 books, because my friend did not have the 3rd book. She's planning on buying it. Yeah, so I've got The Hunger Games and Catching Fire from Susan Collins. And, well, don't worry, I did read these books, but I was really hoping to reread them someday. I read these books a really long time ago and I don't remember all of them, so I'm looking forward to reading them. Okay, so these next books are in French because French is my first language, but I'm gonna be telling you the titles in English. Okay, we have 13 Little Blue Envelopes series, so 13 Little Blue Envelopes and the last Little Blue Envelope. So this is the series from Maureen Johnson, and I've got this one in French from my friend. I know the size is quite weird, but anyway, she's not as crazy as I am for the size of books in the series. Moving on, we have Little Black Lies from Tish Cohen. So this looks really interesting. I have not heard many comments about this book, but it sounds real interesting. Next, we have, what's the title in English? A True and Faithful Narrative from Catherine Sturtevant. Anyway, this is the book cover. Really gorgeous. And the last book I have from part 1 is Between Shades of Grey from Rutha Sipites. And this book, I've been wanting this book for so long, you cannot imagine. And I finally got it. I was like, oh my god. So it doesn't matter if I read it in French. I'm gonna read it anyway. So that was all for part 1 of the book haul. Moving on to part 2. Those are the books that I've bought from a really pretty cheap library. And I'm really happy because they were in a pretty good shape. So I'm really happy for that. So firstly, I've got Before I Fall from Lauren Oliver. This one, I was so happy to see it in the library. It was $4, I believe. And the only thing is that it is kind of, you know, do you see that? Those lines? Those kind of lines right there, but it doesn't really matter. Next, we have North of Beautiful from Justina Chen Headley. This one was really beautiful. Beautiful cover. I've got no idea what this is about, but I've heard really good things about that. Next, we have Sarah Descent. What? This Lullaby from Sarah Descent. This book was also $4. North of Beautiful also, I didn't mention it. And this one, I'm looking forward to read all the Sarah Descent's books. It's gonna be long, but I'll be able to do that. I've already read Keeping the Moon and What Happened to Goodbye, and I'm gonna read this Lullaby. So many books, so little time. Oh my god, I just did a quote. Oh my god. And lastly, from the cheap bookstore, we have My Sister's Keeper from Jodie Picoult. I did not know that it was a book at first, so when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, I gotta buy it. I know it looks really old, especially those parts here, but this book may have been released 10 years ago, so the pages are still good. Well, a little yellowish, but it's okay. If I can read the book, it's perfect. So moving on, I went to a real, well, not real, but a normal library, normal prices, and I bought, well, this is throughout November, not all at the same time. I bought Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children from Ransom Riggs. I've heard so many good things about this book, and I was really hoping to find it and, well, buy it and read it. I've seen so many weird pictures, so they are so weird, those pictures. Sometimes you look at them and you're like, what is that picture? This is so creepy. I don't know how that can exist. I don't know. Next, I have Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin L.R. Sayans. I don't know. I've heard really good things about that, and I can't wait to dive into this book too. I have way too many books to read, honestly. And lastly, well, not lastly, but for the whatever, we have Splintered from A.G. Howard. I'm really excited to read this book. So, yesterday, well, not yesterday because I'm pretty familiar with this, there was an event in Montreal called the Salon du Livre of Montreal, and there are a lot of books in there, mainly French books, French authors, but I bought 2 French books. I bought Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. I've been wanting this book in forever. I'm looking forward to read all Rainbow Rowell's books, and this one is her first book, and I'm really looking forward to buying and reading Fangirl and Eleanor and Park. Next, I bought a book from Marc Levy. He's a French author. This one is The Strange Trip of Mr. Doldry from Marc Levy. This one is a really quick book, really short, so I'm hoping to finish this one really soon. And lastly, I'm really upset about this because my friend and I are really obsessed with English books, and we were hoping to find an English bookstore. We did not, so I was kind of angry about that. But then at the exit, because I went with school, so about 30 seconds before leaving, or a minute before leaving, guess what I saw? Yes, you are right, I saw an English bookstore. And I was looking at the bookstore, and suddenly I saw an English title, and I was like, wait, this is impossible. So I just focused a bit on the book, and I was like, okay, this is an English book. And I looked around and I saw the Hunger Games with Catching Fire and Mockingjay. Like, okay, this is not the French titles, so this is English. And I looked at my friend and said, those are in English, you know? And she was like, what? We waited 3 hours for this bookstore that we didn't see? Yeah, we didn't see it. She was raging inside so badly. I was too. But I decided to run and buy a book. Yeah, but I'm really happy because I bought, so long for just saying what I bought. I bought The Iron Trial from Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. This book, I've been looking for this book in ages, since I've heard about this book. I firstly heard this book about Katrina from Little Book Haul. I'm not gonna leave her link down below because she didn't make a review, but she talked about it in a wrap-up video a few months ago. I've seen it in Jesse's video from JesseTheReader. Again, he didn't do a review, but in a wrap-up or a book haul, whatever. I also saw it into Ariel's video from Ariel Bissett, and into Regan's channel from Regan from PeruseProject, I believe. Or I think I might have just seen it in her bookshelf. I don't know, but a lot of people have this book in their bookshelves, so I was like, I've gotta buy this book. And this looks real interesting, and look at that. I've just seen that, but look, this is so gorgeous. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. There's like an arrow down there, but I don't really know if you can see it, so anyway. So that was all I had for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope it wasn't so long. I'm really sorry, but I promise my next book haul won't be that big, I promise. Please leave your comments down below. I would be really happy to know what you've read this month or what you are planning to read. Please leave your comments down below. I'm gonna be really happy to hear about what you read. So that was all. So I'm gonna see you next time very soon with a wrap up and TBR video. Bye!